This is Landy with Synergy Internet Marketing, and today we're going to be going over searching for blogs that are within your market and or niche, and leaving comments on those blogs, as well as being able to store them in a place where we can easily access them for future reference. So the reason why we want to do this is because we want to be able to extend your community and build a community up around what you're doing that is actually outside of your website and outside of the social networking sites like Twitter or Facebook or FriendFeed and those sites like that. And so to get started here, what we want to do is we want to find the blogs that we're going to be commenting on. And there's a really great tool that Google has provided for us called Blogsearch. And can't really get much more simple than that. So type in blogsearch.google.com and it will load a page similar to this. Of course, the blogs will be different when you look at it. And at this point, what I'm wanting to look at is I'm wanting to look into blogs about coffee at home services. And so I'm going to go ahead and search blogs for that. Now, it's really important that we use this section over here on the left-hand side and we click on last hour. Now, the reason why that is so important is that we want to try to make sure that we are at least in the top 5 for the comments on this blog post, because it's not really going to show the comments that are attached to the blog post after the top 5. So we want to make sure and try to get there at least, like I said, within the first would be ideal. The 5th would be okay if need be. And so we'll go ahead and click on this article here, and it's an overview of popular coffee maker accessories. So now I've gone through, I've read the article, I've made some conclusions, I agree with some things, I disagree with other things, or maybe I have something to add. It's really important that you are posting something that is positive. So that means even if you have something critical to say about the blog post that you may not necessarily agree with, or that you have facts that prove otherwise, it's really important to be very constructive about the way that you post. And this will actually improve the blog article and also help to benefit the people reading it. So when it comes down to the comment section, you'll have a field to put your name and email address, and they're not going to publish this, but they do require it for security purposes. And then you'll be able to put your website in here, and this is the preferred format for your comment fields that you'll be wanting to use, because when they allow you to put your website in here, this provides a backlink to your site and will allow people that are reading the comments to be able to follow that link. And so it gives you better exposure, and it also helps currently with placing you organically on Google search results, which organically just means that without paying for AdWords or doing anything to interfere with the search results. So once you've got the website in place there, head on down to the comment section, leave your comments that you planned out, and any constructive criticism that you might have. And remember, be very, very specific. An opinion is an opinion and a fact is a fact. Make sure that when you are sharing your opinion that you make that very clear. And of course, when you are stating facts and numbers and figures, make sure that you're very clear about that as well. And that's just very courteous to people, and it helps to reduce any sort of arguments or anything that are potentially there that would be negative. So again, we want to keep it really positive as much as possible. So now that you've posted this comment, after you just hit the submit comment button on this site, we want to be able to track this website, and we want to be able to follow it for any other news that might be related to our particular field. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this icon up here, which is a dot with, like, it looks like a couple of little rings going out of it. And so we're going to click on that, and the Firefox web browser is going to give us all of these choices. Just grab this first choice right here, subscribe to RSS 2.0. And then when we click on that, it's going to take us over to the Google page that lets us deal with different what are called RSS feeds, or really simple syndication. And basically what that means is that we're going to get that website to send its blog posts to us, so that you don't have to scour the internet day after day, hour after hour. When you find a really good blog that you can comment on and get involved in the community, we're going to add it to the Google Reader. So we'll go over here, it'll load this page, we click on add to Google Reader. Now if you're not logged in, of course it's going to come up and prompt you to log in. And so I'm going to go ahead and log in with our account here, and it's going to bring up the Google Reader, and it's going to show the different blog posts from this website. And some of these may not be specific to the subject that you're talking to, but that doesn't mean you can't comment on these, because again, you're getting out there, you're getting exposure. If it's something that you're well versed in and that you understand a lot about, then absolutely strike up a conversation. It will lead to introductions and people looking to you as an expert, and it'll also lead them over to your website. And again, that's what our goal is. Remember, we're wanting to expand the community. So what'll happen is you'll be able to then log in to your Google Reader as you're adding more of these choice blogs, and you'll be able to then easily have one place to go to be able to look for interesting blog posts that you can then comment on. And that sums up all of what we want to cover today in this video. So you're doing great. We're glad to have you on board with the 15 Marketing Minutes. Keep up the good work, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.